I just want to do a quick video testimonial for quantum change kinesiology. I've had a few sessions with Kim Amaretta, and I just want to state how supportive it has been in these sessions for me to figure out patterns of thinking and behavior that I've been participating in for many years, and through these sessions getting an insight to myself, to what's going on internally that I can't foresee myself being able to access in such specificity and clarity in my own understanding of the points that has come through with Kim and her muscle testing skills. Through this point of quantum change kinesiology that she is running or has a business in. So some points that tested out for myself was specific points in my body that has been causing me pain. So for instance, I had a cut in my toe, and also I've had fears of being sick. And the cut in my toe tested out to be childhood memories that I have been holding on to and reacting to internally, like subconsciously and even unconsciously, not really realizing that I'm doing that, but through that unconscious or subconscious reaction to my mom, through childhood memories of her, me and her being in conflict and me submitting to the conflict and trying to please my mom to have her stop fighting me, or basically to get the conflict to stop. And so what I realized in that point was a lot of back chat I was having towards my mom was causing this physical manifestation of a cut in between my toe. And what Kim tested out was those memories of me reacting to her and through my back chat kind of fighting with her and judging her and kind of in my own mind blaming her for the way I'm experiencing myself within myself as disempowered. So I immediately saw the back chat points that I was participating in with my mom, and I started to realize that point there I can start to change. And I can also investigate the childhood memories through writing, through self-forgiveness, which I participate in daily, and through that I can support myself to start moving through these unconscious points that are playing out in my reality, that are having an effect in my behavior and such. So I started to stop the back chat, stop reacting to my mom, stop blaming her, start seeing her more as being like just a person, an equal person to myself, how I would want to be treated if I were her. And I started changing my behavior to match that, how I would want to be treated. And slowly but surely the cut started to heal itself. And now I use that cut point as a cross-reference to, if it starts to become active again, I start to see within myself, am I being nasty in my back chat towards my mom or towards anybody in my reality? And so it's a cool point of cross-reference for me to use to apply changes if needed, or to assess myself in my living reality. And Kim gave me that gift, so to speak, through her muscle communication that she's able to access through communicating with the physical body. So yeah, it's been very supportive, this tool as a quantum change kinesiology that is out there, and I highly recommend anybody facing any kind of points within themselves, such as maybe a backchat pattern of thinking that you can't stop, or any kind of cuts. Or I also had fear of being sick, and I also had a chat with Kim on those points as well, and they tested out equally specific, equally supportive, and it supported me to realize what I was doing within myself, because I was putting, this fear was happening of me fearing being sick, because I was in my mind disempowering myself through judging myself in my mind, abusing myself in my mind, and then I would put my trust into other people, hoping that they would stand as that point of stability and solution for me. And obviously within that, I'm not standing within myself. If I'm disempowering myself and putting my trust in another person, then obviously I'm making myself inferior. And though that started to resonate in my physical body and also in my thinking, and it came out and manifested in this fear of me being sick, or me not being healthy in my body, because in some form I was not actually healthy in my body, in myself. I was judging myself, making myself inferior, and believing that I need to put my trust in others, because within myself I'm not able to trust myself. I'm not able to stand in my own self stability. And so I'm starting to work with that point, stopping the backchat thoughts of abuse towards myself and judgments, and starting to live the word self-trust, walking that, applying that, understanding that for myself, and understanding how to live that. And as I walk through that, I am seeing the fears of me being sick or diseased within myself lessen, because I'm taking that power back and understanding myself within changing those backchat abusive patterns. Because in place of those abusive patterns, I'm putting solutions for myself, words like self-care and self-love, and how do I live that for myself, and how do I respect myself, and how do I give care to myself so I can stand within my own self-empowerment and create the solutions for myself that I need to walk to find solutions for any kind of points within me that manifest, such as some kind of illness or cut or thinking pattern. There is solutions, and I am the solution for myself. Whether that be, asking for support like the quantum change kinesiology session, that is giving myself a solution to understand myself better, which is empowering myself, instead of going into the disempowerment, believing I'm not able to be helped, and kind of isolating myself, which would be an outflow of self-abuse. So yeah, this quantum kinesiology, quantum change kinesiology is extremely supportive to understand self within the depths of who we are as our thinking, our behavior patterns, and I find Kim is able to access points within myself that I probably would never notice, never see, never have access to. So it's truly a gift, and I am grateful for Kim developing herself and supporting herself to be able to stand this point. And also Andrea as well. So yeah, I highly suggest this for anyone interested in learning more about themselves and getting access to points that not necessarily could be accessed alone. So thanks for listening, and enjoy.